Welcome back. Now, following the major announcement to transform the intelligence system in the country with a view to improving the quality of work within the security cluster, the President appointed Ms Gladys Sonto Kudjoe as the new Director General of State Security Agency. Now, this is the first woman to head this powerful intelligence agency. State Security Agency is one of the critical agencies in creating a safer and secure South Africa. She will oversee the finalisation of the national security strategy, including the cybersecurity policy. Sonto Kudjoe joins us from our Hatfield studios in Pretoria. A very good morning to you. It's a pleasure to have you here on Morning Live. Good morning, Leanne. And thank you for having me, and good morning to your viewers. And congratulations on your appointment. I mean, does the fact that you're the first woman to head this powerful intelligence agency in South Africa put a little bit of pressure on you? I can imagine it does. Yes, thank you very much. It is quite a difficult job to do, but I think in life they say never, because I've worked in this environment some years ago in the 90s in my capacity as a researcher and analyst within the Africa environment. And I had to leave and go to foreign affairs, where I worked a lot focusing on African issues and multilateral issues on the African continent, dealing with the AU, SADC, NEPAD, peace missions, you name it. And I got posted in 2002 to Sweden as an ambassador for a period of 4 years, after which I went to Egypt in that capacity as well as an ambassador, and returned in 2010 to head the Africa branch within the Department of International Relations and Cooperation. And here I am full circle back to where you started. State security, with what I love doing. That's fantastic. I mean, you talk about being there in the 90s, and I think it's important for South Africans to understand, what role does intelligence play in the democratic South Africa now? Well, and intelligence is important. As it is stated in our constitution, the primary responsibility of government is to make sure that its citizens and its a country is functioning well, but safe and secure. So our work is to make sure that as we make our country safe and secure, we get timely intelligence information that is verified, correct, tested, and be able to supply it to the government to make sure that South Africa is a safe environment where all South Africans can thrive in a very peaceful environment. What are some of your immediate tasks that lie ahead for you now? As you have been following the developments, Leanne, remember that we had the National Intelligence Agency, and then we had what we used to be called the South African Secret Service. Now those two outfits have been integrated, and the legislation to that effect has been passed. So we went through a process of restructuring. We are at the point where we need to finalize that restructuring, but also we need to be on top of our tradecraft as intelligence officers. So we need to focus on capacity building, but making sure that our people get the training in the area of their tradecraft. And that is something we need to do on an ongoing basis, because we are living in an ever-changing world of today. But what we need to do daily as well is to make sure that our government is provided with the information that will help them take policy decisions and policy stance, not only in relation to South Africa, but also in relation to the neighborhood that we live in, the African continent and the world. The other things that we need to be doing is to, as you said in your opening, that we need to look at the national security strategy to finalize our national cyber security policy. So all those things are important, but more than anything else, all these things will make us to be a safe country. Not only are we looking out for threats, but we are also looking out for opportunities for South Africa, because the world that we live in is very competitive, and timely information is important to have.
Lately, intelligence, however, has been in the news for all kinds of allegations made on its role in the Cosatu debacle. And we've heard that Zwelinzima Zvavis have actually sent a letter to the State Security Minister demanding that an investigation be held. Will you be investigating this matter?
Well, I think that Mr. Vavi has his right to approach the minister. But as you would recall, Leanne, he also said earlier on that he'll be also approaching the Inspector General of Intelligence. Now, what we do is an environment that is really highly regulated legally. The minister has received the letter from Mr. Vavi's lawyer. He will be looking at that information, following our processes, and we hope that this matter can be addressed speedily. And the same will be done by the Inspector General, whose main responsibility really are in an investigative area. I would not personally be involved in it, but the oversight role that is played by the IG and her office, they will make sure that those issues that have been raised are going to be investigated, and they will revert back to Mr. Vavi and his lawyers, and will take it from there. Yeah. I think that because of the seriousness of those allegations, it deserves the necessary attention to make sure that we deal with this matter speedily.
All right, thank you so very much for talking to us here on Morning Live. I wish we had more time, because I know there are so many issues to talk about, whether it be talking about the increase of terrorism within Africa, talking about the deployment of troops to the DRC, corruption in South Africa. You've got a big job on your hands, but we wish you the best of luck, and thank you for taking the time to join us here on Morning Live.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.